Warm greetings, dear friend, and welcome to my November newsletter. My sincere apologies for not sending you a newsletter for the last 2 months, for not doing one in the month of October. I have never been so busy musically in my entire life. The wave of work that began for me in July has just continued right on through up to the present moment and will continue into December and the new year. So I feel very blessed, and I'm sorry that I haven't had enough time to just sit and connect with you. So I hope that you're well and happy. I certainly have all of you in my thoughts, and I have missed connecting with you, so I'm glad to be back. It's a wonderful day here in Vancouver. Well, wonderful right now. There's a snowstorm, what will become a snowstorm, I guess, overnight. We're expecting a lot of snow for Vancouver. That's very unusual. And it's making me feel very Christmassy. Just feel very cozy inside and warm, and so just happy to be connecting with you in that warm, peaceful place that we can be in at this time of year. So what's been going on? As I said, I've been just performing all over the place in several different capacities, as a singer, as a bass player, as an NS stick player, as a Chapman stick player, performing by myself, performing with other people. Some of the highlights since I've last seen you: I went to Ontario to visit my mom and to spend time with one of my nearest and dearest friends, Carlisle Miller, and also to serve a retirement home back in that area. And after I got back, I did an all Beatles show at Unity of Vancouver with my good friend Tom Arnson and a couple of our musical buddies, and just knocked the house down. Had an absolutely wonderful time doing that, and we'll be doing another event, I think, at the end of February, and this time we're going to do all 70s music, so that should be fun. And probably the biggest thing to report is that I have hooked up with a bunch of musicians who are doing all these tribute shows. So they have 5 currently that they do, and I have so far done 3 of them. They have a Fleetwood Mac tribute, they have an ABBA tribute, they have an Elvis Presley tribute, and in the new year I'll be doing a Buddy Holly tribute with them, and they also do a Dixie Chicks tribute, which I have yet to do. So very interesting to be learning all that music and to be traveling and making music with these folks. They're a lot of fun, both on and off stage, so I feel grateful for that. Coming up, as I said, another busy month. I have 24 events in the month of December. Wow, just amazing. I'm going to be creating 4 more morning music chants, and by the end of December, that will take me up to 120. I've created 116 so far. I feel so blessed to have stayed with that and enjoyed that creative process every week and sharing it with you. I will be serving 4 churches, 1 in person and 3 virtually. 2 in person and 2 virtually. I will be doing 7 Christmas caroling gigs in the greater Vancouver area, some of which will be outside, some inside. I will be serving 5 retirement homes, and I will be playing 4 shows with the tribute band. So an awful lot. If you want details on any of these events, please visit my website. I always keep my calendar up to date. So have a look-see, and perhaps if you're in the greater Vancouver area, or if you can tune into some of the things I'm doing virtually, it would be lovely to have you along for the ride. So when I did connect with you 2 months ago, I was talking about space, welcoming, creating, and blessing space. Did you take that on? If you did, how did you do that? I'd love to know. Please email me and let me know what happened. This month, I was just thinking about the chants that I've created in the last 2 months since I've seen you, and I chose the one that I did last Wednesday, the one I did most recently. It's a 2-part chant. I haven't done a chant that's been more than 1 part for some time, so that was fun. And it really touched my mom's heart. So I'm thinking that I would share that because perhaps it will touch your heart as well. It's called "To Touch Someone with Kindness." And it was inspired by a quote from Mike Dooley. If you don't know Mike Dooley, he offers many wonderful things in the world, and one of them is every day he shares what he calls thoughts from the universe. He composes them. He just sort of lets stuff come through him, and he shares them in these wonderful little quotes. So one of the quotes recently was the following: "To touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever." Heavy, huh? That's nothing. Because for everyone you touch, you also reach everyone they will ever know, and everyone they will ever know, and everyone they will ever know. And so, for the rest of all time, your kindness will be felt in waves that will spread long after you move on. Oh, I just love that image. So that's why I chose this green screen image of the waves, thinking of the kindness that we do, these acts of kindness that we do, touching people and it rippling out into the world in ways that we'll never know. But just enjoying that, enjoying us making a commitment to just touch others with kindness, knowing that it will go out and perhaps reach all the way around the world. It will touch many more people than we'll ever know. So that's what this chant is about, and I called it To Touch Someone with Kindness. Let me read the words to you. I'll include the words to this in the description underneath the newsletter. The words are, the melody's in three parts. It's kind of a canon, which means I sing a part and then another part comes in and the first part repeats and then a third part comes in and the second part repeats. So the second voice is kind of always one behind one of the three parts. Anyway, it'll make sense when you hear it. Here are the words. To the first part, to touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever. The second, because for everyone you touch, you'll reach everyone they'll know, and everyone they'll know, and everyone they'll know. And lastly, so for the rest of time, your kindness will be felt in waves that will spread. So pretty close to what Mike Dooley said in his quote, but I just love it. It's a lot of fun to sing. And I do hope that you'll join me. And as always, as I say, if singing is not your thing, I invite you to just receive this music in whatever way most speaks to you, most touches your heart, dancing, moving, meditating, journaling, writing poetry, whatever touches your heart, whatever most speaks to you. I invite you to do that now. So I give you a little taste of to touch someone with kindness. Here we go. Oops. How about now? There we go. Touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever. To touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever. To touch someone, you reach everyone they'll know, and everyone they'll know, and everyone they'll know, because for everyone you touch, you reach everyone they'll know. Everyone they'll know, and everyone they'll know. So for the rest of time, your kindness will be felt in waves that will spread. So for the rest of time, your kindness touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever. To touch someone with kindness is to change someone forever. Thanks for being with me today, dear friend. I consider myself very blessed to have you in my circle, so thank you very, very much. I'm honored to have you as part of my journey. And if you'd like to hear a little bit longer version of this chant, you can listen to it. When did I do this? Last Wednesday, so that would have been November 23rd. If you go to Morning Musings on YouTube and look under November 23rd, you'll find a slightly longer version of this and a little bit of silence in the middle if you want to meditate with it. So, how are things going with you? I haven't heard from you in 2 months. I'd love to get updates about what's going on in your lives. I feel like we have much to learn from each other. I certainly enjoy sharing my experience with you, and I very much welcome you sharing your experience with me. So please do email, please do reach out and let me know what's been going on in your world. Who knows? Maybe you'll inspire one of my upcoming chants or one of my newsletters. Could happen. Has happened. So let me finish with a prayer for all of us. May I, may you, may we touch someone with kindness today and delight in knowing that that kindness will ripple out for the rest of time in waves that will spread. Amen, amen, amen. Blessed be, and so it is. Namaste, dear friend. I hope to see you next month, and in the meantime, perhaps you'll tune in on one of my Wednesdays for my morning musings live on YouTube, or perhaps I'll see you virtually on one of my events that I'll be doing virtually, or perhaps I'll see you in person if you're in the Greater Vancouver area. Whatever works. Bye for now. See you again very, very soon.